Good morning and welcome yourselves into another video with myself, Darren, HGV Class 1 driver. Well, if you could call it morning, it's kind of technically in the middle of the night. Into the Aphrodite we go. You can't really see much of her. As the time is currently a bright and early 3 a.m. Raise the air suspension. And we can get right in there, doing all our vehicle checks, making sure the tyre tread is going to be all okay. There's no damage to the back lines. Caps are all nice and secure. No damage to the body. Walking around this way, all the lights are working. Well, I've just turned them off. So let's get that back on. And round we go. Lights, check. Top marker lights, check. Go around side indicators, side marker lights, check. Cap, good. Get your hand right in there for that tyre tread. No damage or defects around for these tyres. No bulges, rips, tears, etc. And the rear lights are okay. Top up the screen wash before we go anywhere. Secure the load using these internal straps. A little bit like so. And the reason why we're starting so early this morning, our first destination is 3.5 hours away. We're due to get there for 6:45. It's 152 miles in distance. And we need to be there between 7 and 8 a.m. for the booking. One of the perks about starting so early, there's not much traffic on the roads. Which is a lot better if you're going to be driving on the roads all day. Time is coming up to 4 o'clock. Still need to get some fuel on the way down. Got approximately half a tank. But I'd rather get it now, nice and early, instead of later on where I'm going to be queuing up for quite some time. Especially at Knutsford services. Perfect timing. If you come to Knutsford services at the wrong time, you can be here for about 25 minutes, believe it or not. But if you come at a time like now, in and out within 5. Well, that's the fuel taken care of. Let's get back on the road. Hours later, and now we're just approaching the M1 southbound and departing the M6. Slow it down a little bit, didn't know if you wanted to come across then. Nice little view out the office window this morning as the sun is rising over in the distance, and it looks to be an absolutely lovely day. Still got 38 miles and an hour drive still to go. Just try and keep an eye on this truck, see if he wants to move over. It's been a while since I've been on the M1 South. And it seems to be all the roadworks have cleared up now, which is fantastic. So that used to cause a little bit of a delay. Going at 50 miles per hour on a good day. Average was about 40, wasn't it? I do hope you all had a great weekend. Didn't really do too much, just getting the garden sorted out, doing a bit of prep. And then next weekend, I'm trying to think actually, I've got a full weekend planned, but I can't remember what we're doing. I think we're going out to the theatre, I think, with Little Man for the first time over at Milton Keynes. It's some kids book which is turned into like a play. So we're going there, well, we're all going there anyway with a couple of his friends from preschool. It should be quite nice. That's on one of the days. On the other day I can't remember what I was doing, but I think we're doing something anyway. And then a week after that, holiday. Nice long weekend away, because I believe it's the bank holiday, isn't it? Not this weekend coming up, but the weekend after. So it's going to be Friday, Saturday, and then come back Sunday. And I think that could possibly be the place in Bury. Can't really remember it off the top of my head. But one or two subscribers commented and I just got it right. Even though I didn't know it myself. Don't get me wrong, Leanne's told me several times. Sometimes my memory's like a sieve. Going to be staying on the M1 southbound for approximately 30 miles. Can't remember which junction it is off the top of my head. I think it might be junction 11, give or take. And it's about 4 or 5 miles off the M1 to get to our destination. ETA is currently still saying 20 minutes past 7, which is perfect really. Exiting now on junction 14, not 11. Wasn't too far off. Only 40 miles probably. I've got to say, I think this is the first time I've come to this junction and come straight off. There's always queues going down there. Time's just gone 7 AM. Got 5 miles left to go. And we're going to be departing and heading down the A509. The sun is very bright this morning. Need to try and keep over to the left when possible, so you can keep the blind spots on your left hand side clear. Don't have to worry about any cars coming past on that side. Right then, we need to get onto B55, which is just next to this white Scania. Guys run it already. That's a good sign. So fingers crossed, we could be in and out of this place really. Got 14 pallets to get taken off. And that was indeed nice and quick. Take 23 minutes on and off. That's the way it should be. Remove the straps for the back doors so we can close them. Job number 2 is up over at Coventry, 54 miles away and about an hour and 15 to get there. It's going to be about 10 o'clock arrival time because I need to take a 45-minute break in the meantime. On a good note, at least it's on the way back to the yard, 1 hour drive. I'm not going south. So it shouldn't be a problem getting back today. And it feels really weird that it's only 8:05 and I've been in work already for 5 hours. I was just working it out in my head. My 15 hours run out at 6 p.m. So I finish at 5 o'clock, which is still not too late to finish. I've done a 14-hour shift. And that is quite possibly going to be the outcome for today. Between 5 and 6 o'clock finish, I reckon. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to finish at 2 o'clock, but if we're busy and we've got collections that need doing, then I'm going to have to pull up my socks and help out, do some collections. I am hoping though, I'm just going to have to do a collection around Knutsford maybe on the way back in. So it's not really too bad if that was the case. Especially if I leave Coventry for about 10:30. It'll be around the 1 o'clock mark. Yeah, maybe 1, 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock, getting back to the yard, and then that'll be 11 hours done. I've got myself a can of Monster for a little bit later on, because I think that will be coming in handy. And a good thing about doing class 1 driving, I've got a bed behind me, so when I pull over to take my break, I might even have a 30-minute nap. Why not? I might treat myself to a little snooze. No, to be fair though, I'm not actually that tired. You kind of get used to it getting up early. I was in bed for about 8 o'clock last night, so I've had a good 6.5 hours sleep. Waking up at 2:15. It's not exactly fun, but it has to be done. Going to be following the road towards the M1 northbound on the A4146. Let's just move over to lane number 3. No, 4 shall I say actually. Just keep an eye on that car in the passenger side mirrors. Move over, joining onto the A509, and then that will take me straight up to the M1 North. Whereas I could just do cruise control then, 56 all the way, stop at one of the services. I passed 3 different services, so I've got a bit of an option there. I've got Watford Gap, Northampton, and I can never remember this one. I think it's Newport. It's the first one that I'm driving past. A little bit of indication might be nice off you too. Go change lanes. Kind of makes you think, why is the electric bike where it is there? Because there's no paths. So where did they go? I can only presume they're doing a car share and then jumped into one of the cars when they're queuing up in the queue to get on the motorway. Other than that, I'm not really too sure where they went walking after they left the bike where they did. A little bit odd. Exiting M6 junction 3 now. Just under a mile left to go. And it looks to be on that industrial estate to the right. It does look familiar. I don't recognise the name, but there is a chance that I may have been here before. It's just that we visit that many different places and different areas, you lose track pretty easy where you've actually been, until you visit the area again and you're like, ah, I've been here before. I do believe I may have actually been here before. And I don't think it was too bad off the top of my head. And we're looking for Groveland's Industrial Estate. And Groveland's, here we go. No, I've not actually been to this one. The one I was thinking of is about a quarter of a mile up ahead, then you turn right. So it was on the back end. And this was number F, which should just be here on the right. Would have been better actually So I have actually been here before. I think around 2 years ago. So I remember that being a really, really tight bend to get on. Let's go reverse it back a little bit. Wait until that driver's done. Now we can get in. Take it nice and wide. So then later on when I leave, I just go straight off that way. Remove the straps. And tuck them back out the way. And then same for this side. May as well take advantage of this nice weather whilst getting unloaded, sit outside and enjoy the sun. I've got to say, it's definitely one of the perks of the job. 5 to 11 and all jobs completed. Time is now 25 past 11 and we've been given a back load. So we're going 15 miles back the opposite direction to Rugby, and it's not too far off the M6 itself. It probably looks about 2 miles or so off the A426, so it's not too bad overall. After all, it's more practical and it's more environmental friendly if we're bringing stuff back instead of an empty trailer all the way back from where I am for 2.5 hours drive. Let's try and make some money out of that, haven't we? Let's keep an eye on that passenger side mirror. At least it's not a million miles away. Could have been worse, could have been back down Northampton. And between me and you, if this is going straight back to our yard, which it should hopefully be doing, I'd rather do this instead of running around all afternoon doing local collections. So if I'm due to get there for 12 o'clock, get loaded up, leave for 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock, depends how quick they get loaded. And then it's a 2.5 hour drive back, so it could be about a 4 o'clock finish, which is still 13 hours. Don't get me wrong, long day, but it could be worse. It's the way you gotta see it. It could always be worse. And when the sun is shining the way it is, you don't mind it too much, do you? Kind of need this driver to. That's it, move over, thank you. Overall, it's been an alright day so far. Try and move over. Can probably put money on it. What's causing everybody to slow down in the second lane is because people are trying to jump into the first lane last minute. It always happens on this section of the motorway. Not too far away from destination now, only 2 miles to go. Should be there in about 10 minutes. come off the M6 for Rugby, where the services are, following it southbound at the moment on the A426. That's the unsuitable HGVs. Right, it's going to the right, isn't it? Yeah, we're okay straight ahead because there's another truck going that way. What a nice day it's turned out to be. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe if you are new. Just hit that like button. And let me know down below in comments if you've got any questions about doing HGV driving or anything about the vlogs in general, and I'll try my best to answer as much as I can. As always, if it is driving related, if I can't answer it, I'm sure one of our many fantastic subscribers will be able to help out. There's a couple out there who already have been helping out other drivers, so I appreciate that, folks. It's pretty rare actually, I come to Rugby. Oh, Elliot's Field. Not been there before, looks pretty nice. Big retail park to the right. Little mini canal boat on the island. That's cool. Right, okay, so I need to come back on myself by the looks of it. Elliot's Field Retail, no delivery vehicles, that's here. That's that turn. By the looks of it, I need to go up to the roundabout, turn around, and then do a left. Which should be just there on the right hand side. Hopefully it's the right way. I don't fancy getting stuck on that retail part. Not this one, it's next left. Swift Valley Industrial Estate. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to. Does look a little bit snug if another vehicle comes down this road as well. keep going down here for half a mile, and then we're at our location. I'm not sure if this is the only way in and out. It's not the biggest access, especially if you've got vehicles parked around. I've got a feeling I could get out a different direction. I'm gonna do a right down here. Glebe Farm Road, follow it round. And our business should be up here on the left. Stood down here, that building makes me feel very, very small. We've arrived. We've got 4 pallets to collect, and I think they're 3-metre pallets, so that's why I need the whole length of the trailer. And he's just driving to their yard, do the curtains, and they're just finishing off banding one of the pallets. As soon as they're done, get loaded up. Spoke to the office already. As soon as I'm back, I'm done for the day, so quicker the better right now for them to load me up and me to get home. Now, due to the stuff we're carrying, it needs to be ratchet straps, but it's also quite delicate. Managed to get some foam stuff, like foam sheeting, folded it up a couple of times, put it where the straps are, just so it helps protect the packaging from the metal brackets. After all, I want to get there nice and in good condition. Full left lock on. We try to angle the trailer as much as we can. A little bit like so. You got full left lock. So you can see that actually. One last final forward. A little bit of a tight one, that. Getting back to the yard is about 2.5 hours, I'm going to say, and around 110 miles. And then that should put me getting back for about 3:30. I'll then drop the trailer. Come on guys, might as come through, it's easier. Drop the trailer, be leaving for about 4 o'clock, give or take. and then I can go pick little man up from preschool. Not a bad way to finish the day, if I say so myself. It's not very often I get to pick him up from preschool, but when I do, I absolutely love it, because his little face lights up, because he's not expecting me to pick him up. He's always expecting mummy to pick him up. And I've got to say, that is when I get the biggest and the best cuddles from little man. When I pick him up from preschool, he comes running over, screaming daddy, and then just jumps into my arms, and I just get the biggest hug ever, and it just melts my heart. It really, really does. He's adorable, absolutely adorable. But that's one of the good sides about starting so early. Jumping straight back onto the M6, following it northbound all the way to Haydock. Gonna be at least 100 miles ahead of me now. And time is currently 1:10 So let's hope Birmingham itself isn't too bad and we just beat the rush hour traffic, because I can do without any delays if I'm to pick little man up. And in the past I have got my hopes up several times where I'm thinking I'm going to get back to the yard for about 3:30 and end up getting back at 5:30 due to road traffic accidents, congestion, just general traffic really. It puts big delays on you. And that's one thing about this job, you can never tell when you're going to be finishing. You can always aim for a target of say 4 o'clock, but you don't know what's going to happen. I could come around the corner in a minute and it'll be a gridlock due to an accident, and I could be there for 3 hours. It's that easy, it could just fall apart your plan when you're driving. And that's one of the biggest downsides. But as a whole, especially when the weather is the way it is, I've got to say this is one of the best jobs that I've done personally. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of better jobs out there because you get more money for less hours. But I always get asked the question, do you think you're ever handing the keys anytime soon? The answer is no. As long as I enjoy the job, I'll carry on doing it. And if I can make my own business and a career out of it, which will then support my family going forward in the future, and I always compare it. I know it's not easy, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's going to be like I'll just get my own truck and you know I'm going to be a millionaire in 5 years time. It doesn't happen like that, let's be honest. You can always hope it all works out and everything, but in a long-term plan, say 20 years time, if I got my own truck, if you look at say Eddie Stobart's, even though they're not here at the moment so it might not be the best example, but when they first started off, they started off with a few trucks, either one truck or a couple of trucks. I don't really know the finer details of Stobart's, but I'm using that as an example anyway. So they might have started off with one truck, got another truck, and then get bigger and bigger, and then in the end you could be the biggest trucking haulage firm out there. It's same for any company really, isn't it? You got I'm trying to think, one off the top of my head was quite big. I'm not seeing anybody driving around on the other side of the road to use an example, but you get my drift. You start off with one truck, you get 2 trucks, and then in 15, maybe 20 years time, it'll probably be a little bit longer than that, I'd probably be able to hand down the business that I've got set up, maybe hand it down to my son. He could work in the office and then reaping the benefits of all the hard work I put in to start it up. You know, you put the effort in there and you carry on. You go have down days, but you go have some up days at the same time. It's like anything in life, especially if you're making your own business out of it. What you put into it, you get back out of it. So if you do minimum effort to start off your business, you're not going to get much of a return. But if you're pushing hard as you can, do as much sales as you can, and then pushing, it'll get bigger, it'll get off its feet, and it'll start running. So I'm hoping maybe one day, you never know, it could be the same for myself. Or I could do exactly what Trucker Tim does. Instead of hauling up and down the country every single day, breaking my back, I could do, say, 2 haulage trips up and down, maybe visit Scotland or go to London, start doing a bit of YouTubing, a bit more, and then live off the YouTube money, still keeping you guys entertained with the trucking side of things, have my own truck, get a custom truck, and then get custom paintwork, and then start touring the shows. There's plenty of different options out there this day and age, isn't it? It's not the case of you just have to do this one set thing. You could do multiple options. So who knows what tomorrow will bring. As long as you stay positive about it and put the hard work in, it'll be good. Either way, I'll be having fun, I'll be enjoying myself, and that's what the main thing is about. And supporting your family. Doesn't hurt to have a dream, does it? That vehicle is all over the place in front. That tasty chicken. I don't think the camera picked it up, but it started swaying over into lane 1. So it looks like they might be distracted somewhat. Don't fancy getting too close to it, just in case anything happens. Like, why are you braking so much? Ugh. My word. Oh, where's he going now? He's just swerved into lane 1 again. Now, that's not just me thinking that, isn't it? He is actually generally swaying in between lanes. Yep, right over the line, going back into the other lane. Don't really want to be anywhere near it, for being honest. It's always worrying when you see somebody driving and it's swaying into different lanes. And this is exactly why I always try and avoid Birmingham where possible. I should have trusted my gut instincts. I'd gone up the M1 North towards Stoke and then cut across. Because whatever time of day it is, it's always like this. Quick stop off over at Stafford Services. Large black coffee from Greg's. And stretch my legs, a little bit of fresh air before hitting the road again. That'd be quite an interesting job. Transporting logs. Get to play about with a little crane, don't you, when you're loading them? That was H&M. Now, that car park in front is all new, so it's about time really extended the car park around here a little bit more. And also I've noticed to put the security fencing up around it as well, which is always good. Makes that a little bit more secure for the drivers. Some of the service stations what are out there, they are a little bit risky. I mean, I've stayed over at Donington once before they got theirs improved, and so one of my vlogs actually, stayed the night over at Donington Park Services. Got woken up in the middle of the night with an angle grinder going off next to my cab. I'm opening my curtains and there's about 3 or 4 guys trying to grind the lock off one of the containers. Absolutely nuts it was. And 10 minutes later you can hear him off in the distance grinding another lock off. So I rang the police, waited for the police to come. But by the time the police arrived, the scarp had already. I don't think they actually managed to steal anything by the looks of it. But since that night I've never stopped at that service station. I've got 50 miles left to go and just over an hour's driving. So I just had to pull over then, stretch my legs, get a bit of fresh air, liven myself up. I started to feel a little bit fatigued, not drowsy or anything, but just fatigued. So sometimes if you start feeling like that, it's best just to pull over, take 10 or 15 minutes, try and wake yourself back up, especially when you're getting up so early as well. And I didn't really sleep too well last night. Little man's still got a bit of a cough at the moment, so he was quite restless. Well, I did try and go to sleep a little bit earlier for about 8 o'clock, so I get a good 6 hours sleep at least. But woke up about 3 times within that 6 hour period, so it wasn't ideal. Well, I felt alright when I got started work. Started to feel a bit drowsy on the way back, so, well, fatigued anyway. Try and wake myself up a little bit, carry on the journey. Got the aircon on, try and keep the cab nice and cold. Yeah, I feel a bit better though now, so that's good. Nearly back at the yard now. Just gonna move over into lane number 3. There's going to be a lot of people in lane 2 trying to jump over at the last minute. Back into lane 1. There's one of them, speak of the devil. Mr. Tesla. You can see all the brake lights as well coming on as everybody's trying to do it. 2 more right up ahead, another black car going across. So we're back in the yard in the next 10 minutes, I reckon. The time is currently 3:30. Oh, we're back at the yard. Time is just approaching 4 o'clock, which is perfect timing for me to go pick up little man. So I'm going to make the most of this, I really am. Can't wait to see his little face when he comes running out down the little corridor. Not quite sure yet what I'm going to be on for tomorrow. I presume it's going to be either a 4 o'clock start or a 6 o'clock. Where I'm going, who knows? Not got a clue about that one just yet. But I am going to call it a day on a video. So if you did enjoy it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. As always, thank you very much. Take care of yourself, stay safe, keep on trucking.